All right, so we see many videos in the past basically talking about what's in my camera bag. Clearly, I do not have a camera bag when I'm out on set, but I do have a camera case. And I have a bunch of Sony gear, a bunch of different things that I use for my music videos, commercial work, weddings. So I really just want to show you guys what's in here. Maybe there's something that you guys might be interested in for yourselves, for your shoots. So let's just dive into this camera case and talk about what we have in here and why, I love this case right here. I actually bought this from Harbor Freight Tools. It was only $100. Very well organized. I love the things. So yeah, let's just jump in. All right, so let's just get started with, first of all, I guess the camera that I use throughout my shoots now. Since I switched from the Panasonic S1H, I went into the Sony a7S III line. So this is one camera that I have. Sometimes I carry two, which will be this second pocket right here. But if I'm only carrying one, what I normally do right here is I'll carry just a battery charger, just in case, you just never know. I normally carry 4 batteries, but again, maybe I'm doing 2-3 shoots and maybe I don't want to do that, or I don't know, I forget. So those are 2 things we have in this pocket. And obviously we have right here 3 batteries. I mean, what I love right away, you guys can tell, it's very well organized. I kind of set it so when I'm on set, I don't throw the things all over the camera bag like I used to. Now everything is well structured, so I know where something goes. So the next thing we're gonna talk about is the Atomos Ninja 5. So this monitor here, honestly, I never record externally. I get a lot of questions on, did you shoot it external? I never do. The codecs inside any camera in today's day and age, it's more than enough for me and my workflow. The only reason I use this Atomos Ninja 5 is because I'm able to put my LUTs in here, my custom LUTs. So I'm able to expose my shots properly, just make it look a lot better for me to know as far as exposure. Because honestly, I never look at the histogram or anything that the camera offers. I basically go by the eye, and with my custom LUT, I'm able to know how much I can push it and make sure that I'm overexposed by 2 stops, because that's normally how I expose my shots. But this monitor is very clutch, it looks good, and it's very bright. Even on broad daylight, I've never had a problem with this. So I have 2 of them. The second one will basically be for the second Sony a7S III in case we're shooting, I don't know, like a wedding or something. Then that's why I carry both of them here. The next thing that I carry here is obviously gonna be the monitor mounts for it. I have 2 of them. Again, I normally carry 2 Sony a7S IIIs, but one's my girl's. But when we do go on a shoot together, it'll be here instead of the battery charger. And obviously we have 2 monitor mounts to connect the Ninja 5s onto our cameras. The next thing we're gonna talk about, I guess, is lenses. What lenses do I go with? For me, if you guys have followed my channel or just know me in general, I don't like to carry too many lenses. I do not like zoom lenses. For weddings, I shoot with zoom lenses, but normally 100%, not 100, but like 90% of the time, I'm gonna be with prime lenses. So the 3 prime lenses that I shoot for all my music videos, commercial work, we're gonna start off with this one, which is the Sony 1.4 24mm G Master lens. My favorite lens, to be honest, for the most part. Well, secondly, I guess. And I always use that for like my middle shots, my close shot. Well, not really close, but just my middle shots. That's normally like the wide middle shot that I normally use for my sets. The next lens that I use, which is my favorite, I just made a video not long ago, is the 14mm 1.8 G Master lens. This thing is just clutch. Again, you never know when you're gonna be in a situation where you're in a tight, small space. This is where the 14mm will save you. And really, like I mentioned in that video, it just creates a whole different look when you're shooting. Depending on how you're using this lens, it can definitely create a whole different look that you might like, and it's just different from any other lens. And then of course, I have the Sigma 50mm 1.4 lens. I'm waiting for the 50mm 1.2 lens to be in stock, but for now, this will do. It's just because it's heavy compared to Sony lenses, and to be honest, if you're gonna go Sony, the way I view it is just go with their whole setup, their whole lineup, because most of their lenses, or at least their prime lens, are small and light and compact. So yeah, this is my 50mm. I normally use this for my handheld shots or whenever I want compression in my videos. So the 50mm is literally my kind of telephoto tight shots that I use because there's no distortion on their face or anything like that. And now let's talk about, I guess, these 3 things. So notice how everything is well compact, everything's well organized. I love that, just love that. So we have 3 Tiffen Black Pro Mist filters. I have 3 of them. Again, you never know when you might need this. For a lot of my music videos, chances are I might be shooting a model and I might be getting a tight shot of her face, her eyes. So I want her skin to be really smooth as possible and just overall look glowy and nice. So I have all black Pro Mist filters that you can buy. I don't know if they make any other ones, but I have the 1.8, the 1.4, and the super strong one, the 1.2 or half, I guess what they call it. So again, you never know when you might need this, or maybe there's a pimple on the artist's face and he doesn't want it to be shown. Just use the black Pro Mist filter to eliminate, I guess, the post-production workflow of editing that out. So that's clutch to have. The next thing I guess we're gonna jump into is this case right here. And this, let me open it. What I love about this case, obviously, is everything's well organized. And I made a hole just specifically, or I guess a pocket specifically for this right here. And these are where all my ND filters are at, my polarizers, my step-up rings. I mean, really, I only use these right here. I don't use the variable ND filters. What I normally use for my NDs are the Hoya ones. And normally I have like, I think it's a ×4 and the ×8. I think it's 3-stop and 6-stop. The reason why I highly recommend these Hoya ND filters is because you could double stack them and they're not gonna cause any color casting on your image. At least to my eye, I don't see any difference with the Hoya filter and without the Hoya filter. It does not cause any vignetting. So that's why I stuck with the Hoya filters ever since I tried them. Love them, and yeah, I mean, the step-up rings, obviously we wanna save money, but we do have two Sony a7S III, so I had to buy a little extra ND filters for our cameras. Now right here I have these 3 batteries, which is the Sony MPF batteries. They're all basically the big ones just to last when I'm shooting, instead of having to constantly switch onto my Atomos monitor. So I have 3 of them. This is my favorite one, which is the, what's the brand for this one? It's the Power Extra. So this one definitely will charge a lot, and it has a USB port here as well. So you're able to charge your phone or do different things. So yeah, that's clutch to have. What I love about this case is I'm the worst guy when it comes to organization. When I'm on set, like I mentioned, I throw everything around. So this thing, which is the middle thing, so important to me, and it's so clutch. It's this small rig that has, like, you know, different L keys and just a screwdriver, and it has, like, you know, the hexagon or whatever you call that. I mean, you're able to tighten it up, loosen things up. This thing I need every day on set. If I'm putting it on a gimbal, the bottom screw, I will tighten it up with this. You know, before this case, I will have it in my camera bag, but it'll be all over the place because it's gonna move around, it's gonna jump around. It's not gonna be, there's no place for this really. There might be a little pocket, but it's not like this where it's just in this little area. So yeah, this was the main reason why I got excited, because this will never get lost. Once I'm done using it, just slide it back in because there's a pocket for it. In a bag, if it was like, imagine right here, you throw it and then now you're looking for it and it becomes a mess. So this one really is just there, and I can't tell you guys how clutch this case is. Again, it's only $100. You did not have to buy a Pelican case that's like, I think it was like $250 to $300 based on what I was looking at. Thankfully, I was able to find this. This is, I think the brand is called Apache 5800. So that's the one that I bought at Harbor Freight Tools. So everything I talked about, hopefully I can link that in the description below for you guys to check it out. The last thing is obviously the HDMI cables. I didn't want to throw them around here just because they get nasty, and I'm all about organization now with this case. So this foam right here obviously comes out, and they're all right here. These are all my HDMI cables. I carry a lot because you just never know when one's not gonna work. That happens way too many times, but you just hide it right here. They don't come off, nothing happens. It's really essential to have them in there. So it's just, again, this is a case that I highly recommend. As you guys see, everything is well organized. This really just make a pocket for however you're gonna go about it, how you're gonna go about putting your items in here, and literally you just close it and you're good to go. Hopefully this video can help you guys as far as like what's in my camera bag. Maybe you guys want to add some of these things. Maybe you guys want to buy this case. This case is clutch. It has wheels, it has a handle, so, and it's not really that heavy, so you really can just carry it and you're good to go. It's not as big either. It's a solid good size. It's like your typical Pelican case, and it protects your gear. It's water resistance. You can throw this thing, I believe, in the water, and like water's not gonna go in. I won't try it, but I think that's what it stated. But again, the case is Apache 5800, and that's my Sony gear, and that's what's in my camera case. So if you guys like this video, just drop it a like. If you have any further questions, leave a comment below. Subscribe if you guys want. It's completely up to you guys. I could care less. Regardless, like I mentioned, we're gonna continue making videos. Appreciate you guys, love you guys, and if you guys want to see another one as far as like the lights and stuff, let me know and I can definitely make a breakdown on that. But this is just literally just like the camera gear, not the lighting and all the other things that I have, director's monitor, but I do have cases for every single thing. So let me know. Appreciate you guys. Peace out.